FCMB is a socially responsible organization, and what we do is that everywhere where we have our business presence, we like to show this, we like to demonstrate this, and Katsina State is one of the places where we have our business presence, and we looked around and looked at the challenges within Katsina State, and we find out that desertification is one of the major problems. And we thought that, look, it's good for us to sit down and see how we can help to address this. And that was how we came in contact with the Service to Humanity Foundation.
In one of the activations of our C2G, that's the Committed to Green, which we do at our branches, the First Lady, Hajia Fatima Ibrahim Shema, who is also the chairperson of the Service to Humanity Foundation, attended this C2G activation at our branch. It was really then that we've discovered that we have a mutual interest in environmental sustainability. They approached us to help them fight desertification, and we have designed this project with the ultimate goal of fighting desertification, which is the reason that where we have brought in the Save 80 stoves, the making of briquettes. All of these are to ultimately reduce the demand for firewood and help regenerate the forests in this state. It's not possible to appreciate how much this fight against desertification means to the people of Katsina State until one is physically here.
This program for Green Evergreen program is important and is vital to the community because of the illegal felling down of the tree, cutting of the trees, because the desertification is approaching us.
As we speak, in no time, the environment will be, this part of Nigeria could be wiped off if things are not put in place.
The problem of tree felling and desertification has been top, especially the northern states and the south and the northeastern states of Nigeria. For example, Katsina State, it's a very big problem here. We went around the state the other time and we saw big gullies, we saw large farmlands that has been laid wasted. The reason why they cut down trees is simple, so they can survive, so that they can cook. Now we are trying to tell them not to cut down trees. Now, our aim here is one thing. For SAIF, it is to improve the quality of life of these people. It is to make them better. We are partnering with FCMB, Service to Humanity, and BIA. Of course, BIA is providing us with the Save 80 stoves and the Wonder Box. The Service to Humanity has helped us with logistics, reaching these people, reaching the people of these communities, and helping us to relate with them effectively. FCMB has supported this project financially and even in logistics.
The whole idea is to help to change the environment, so that we can reduce the level of tree felling. It's a challenge for them because that is the only means through which they can cook. So what we have done with this initiative is to introduce an alternative, which is what the Save 80 stove is meant to do with the briquette that has been manufactured.
With the Save 80 stove, you can save 80% of the normal firewood fuel, as in biomass fuel that ordinarily you are used to cook. The Wonder Box is like a heat retaining device. You start your cooking on the stove, then you end it in the Wonder Box. We are really looking at the local community who cannot really afford kerosene, which is so expensive these days. So with a 250 grams of firewood, you can cook a meal for a full family of 7 or 8. depending on what you choose to cook. So that is the essence of this stove. You save money and you save the environment.
Now, with the introduction of briquettes, the use of firewood can be completely eliminated. If we are able to achieve giving these people briquette machine and helping them to produce briquettes on their own, we are sure it's achievable. And if we're able to achieve this, we can create a source of income for the communities, because they will now be producing these briquettes in commercial quantity and they can distribute to others around who need this. Now we are looking at how an industry, a commercial industry can be set up in these communities where briquettes is produced in commercial quantity. At the end of it all, we want to create an economic opportunity for these people. We want to better their life by giving them another source of income rather than cutting down firewood and so on.
As an organization, our core areas are around poverty alleviation, economic empowerment, and our environment. So clearly this ties with even the three focal areas for our CSR, and that's what we're doing.
We are now well into the Katsina State Evergreen project, and it's a relief. The community sensitization has been done. We've been to 10 communities in the Keita and Meadua local government areas. In each of these communities that we went to, words cannot explain how excited and pleased the people are to receive us, not just to receive us as a bank, but to receive the concepts that we are selling to them. We have also begun the skills training for the making of briquettes. Hopefully we will have some of these participants build a business around briquette making, and the whole purpose, of course, is to reduce the amount of firewood that is used and reduce the deforestation rate.
We'll be conducting the training for them in Keita local government today. So today is the first day of training. It's going to be a 4-day training. Then whilst that is happening in Keita local government, comprising 5 different communities, another team of the 5 students will be at Meadua local government, where the community sensitization or seminar on environmental sustainability will also be taking place simultaneously in that local government. And for this event, we're going to have 5 different community leaders, 5 different communities represented by their leaders, as well as the community people in this workshop and sensitization. So these 2 events will happen concurrently, one in Keita and the other in Meadua.
We'll be bringing together about 110 people from 5 different communities in one place, and we're going to train them on briquette production. The first stage of the training will be telling them the history of briquettes, how briquettes came into existence, the need for the briquettes, and we'll also be showing them the types of briquettes. And we'll be engaging them in some practical session, and we'll task them to look for material that is used in producing briquettes that are readily available in their community.
We're particularly looking at their level of understanding, trying to build it in such a way that the team will be able to communicate effectively using their local language and in a manner that they understand clearly.
We needed to take some extra lessons so we can achieve effective communication. So our slides, for example, has been designed and written in Hausa language, and it has been written in such a way so that even those that cannot speak, that cannot read effectively, can maybe within 1 minute will be able to read what is written and then make sense in their language.
Well, initially coming down here, I thought language would be a barrier, but the interesting thing is that a bulk of the SAIF students are quite confident in speaking Hausa language, so they were able to communicate with the participants. During the demonstration of the Save80 stove, they were all eager to see how rice, shinkafa, will be cooked in 15 minutes. And they were taking pictures, taking notes of the demonstration and how to make use of the stove effectively. They even came with their phones, recording the process and everything. It was very interesting. The participants have been wonderful too. And I'm sure that the objective of creating that cultural change towards the environment here is going to be very successful.
is very important to this project to have a symbolic plantation. So we have a central plantation. We've gone to look at it. We are giving out 100,000 trees to the community people. The plantation is going to have about 500 trees. And then we are hoping that when the trees are planted, in the next 5 to 10 years, we will see a forest regenerated in that place.
This nursery was established by Forest Research Institute of Nigeria in support of Service to Humanity Foundation. And the reason for this is due to our program, which we started last year, of Rumakuka Jangara Rehabilitation and Conservation Project. So we planted about 145 hectares last year. So they decided to intervene and establish 3 nurseries. This is just one out of the 3 nurseries that was established for us.
Muna miki sanne da zuwa a wannan fili. Don Allah gashi damuna ta zo. Yi kokari mu shuka itatuwa ko ina ya kamata.
Rabaduti na gaisuwa, Allah shi biya ki. Mace ki yi huri sora mai man ne za a yi. Ya babba mai imani. Ko ni na ba wannan ruwa, amma in ta ce. Mai imani biyan mai imani, mai tausayi biyan mai tausayi. Na saka miki da alheri.
Every organization wants to show, that from every community where you make so much money, you talk about profit, you make so much money from an environment. What the CSR teaches you is that in that same environment, you can help to build it. Okay. Now, it started out with giving back, a charity project, donation. What CSI has done is that it has changed the culture to an investment, which means that you invest in that community and you see how that investment, turns into profit. For those who are in that environment. And when you do that, you are helping to create a very good environment, even for you to for your business to thrive, for the people to be able to enjoy the environment. So the whole idea is not about profit, but it's about cultivating a good environment, and creating a very good living standard for everybody.